This is North Dakota Today.
Well, good morning. Welcome to North Dakota Today. I'm Ashley Sorensen with Jordan Schreier.
We're back again.
Back again. We made it. Made it here.
That's right. Well,
you've been here for a while.
Yeah. Well, even this morning when I came in, though, much earlier than most people get up, but still, it was rough out there. And you live just a bit out of town. So how was that for you?
Yeah, it was. Once I got into town, it was better, but you couldn't really see the lines. It was a little dicey out there, so slow. But people were being cautious, so that was good. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of the roads here still weren't completely plowed, which, the emergency routes are, or were. And now some of those side streets I luckily could get through.
Oh, yeah, you have an SUV, too.
Yeah, I have an SUV, so I was like, I can go, step on it.
This morning when I was getting up, they had just the emergency routes plowed, but then, the intersections of the non-emergency routes to the emergency routes, they get, that ridge gets built there when they go by, and I have a pickup, and I thought to myself, I was like, this is why I bought the pickup. People are always like, you have a pickup? They're always so surprised when I tell them that, which is a whole nother issue, but I am like, yes, I do. And it's because we live up here. And when you got to get to work, you got to get to work.
Right.
So you have to
I'm surprised you don't have a snowplow.
I would love that.
You drive
actually.
the snowplow.
I should just get the one that hooks onto the front of the vehicle, and then I could go pick up everybody on the rounds on their way into work and just make sure we all get here.
I know. I almost thought, oh, am I going to make it? But yeah.
You made it just
good. Fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's still rough. If you don't have to go anywhere, we definitely still advise that you don't. You see right behind us here, this is the Dakota Magic Skycam Casino. That's down in Hankinson.
That wind.
Yeah, that wind is rough. Visibility, there's normally, I believe it's I-29 that you see just beyond it there, just beyond those flags. Yeah, we're not seeing that today. So it's a pretty rough go out there. And speaking of the interstate, it's also rough if you're on I-94 on the Minnesota side. We got some video in today. It was pretty intense. This right here is from Sergeant Jesse Grabo with the Minnesota State Patrol. 3 semis, 3 big rigs hit the median of I-94 plus a car just west of Rothsay along the interstate around 7 this morning. Take a look at what that was like out there. Near zero visibility, and those semis with just their flashing lights as they're stuck in the median there. So thankfully they're not reporting any injuries on that. I know we've been following crashes and spinouts all morning long on the valley today in the morning and road conditions as well. But you see stuff like that and then you realize, oh, this is a big deal.
This is, serious. So use caution, and it's good that there were cancellations, or not cancellations, but delays.
And some have even now turned into cancellations. DGF is doing an e-learning day. They were 2 hours late doing e-learning. Wheaton Public Schools, I believe, is closed as well. We have them scrolling across the bottom of your screen now. So more of them are moving that way, I think, as people head out and realize.
But we are not canceled. We were not delayed.
No, we are live. This is live TV. And speaking of live TV, we want to go out live to Aaron Walling with Valley News Live, a reporter. He was out this morning on the Valley today. He joins us now again. Aaron, you thawed out for a second, and then we just put you right back out there.
Yeah, Jordan, I got to tell you, it was nice and toasty inside the studio, but right now it is still really cold out here. Lisa's been talking about it all morning. As soon as the snow front was going to be going out, it's going to be getting a lot colder. And I can tell you, I can feel it right now, Jordan. The snow that's coming off of these snow mounds and snow drifts feels like little needles hitting my face. I'm going to step out of the way so you can see behind me the interstate. People are still traveling out and about, but I got to tell you, the roads are really bad. A lot of snow drifts, a lot of wind that's picking up that snow and picking it up. Visibility is pretty rough. Despite the fact that we're starting to get lighter and lighter with the sunlight, I got to tell you, Jordan and Ashley, it's really hard to see outside. But also on top of it, it's really hard to get through those snow drifts. When I'm talking about 40th Avenue South, it's snowdrift after snowdrift after snowdrift. And we're not talking small ones. We're talking large ones that are very difficult to get through. If you have a low-riding vehicle, it's almost impossible to drive through that. You're going to get stuck. And also throughout the morning, we saw tons of crews outside just getting those snow drifts and trying to get the snow off the roads. And as soon as they cleared it out, more snow would come on, and it'd just be an impossible task. But luckily, we're starting to hear that more and more crews are getting that snow off. But right now it's that cold and that wind is picking up really harshly here in the valley. I got to tell you, Jordan, Ashley, I'm glad that you guys are warm in the studio, but out here it's pretty cold.
Yeah, you're such a good team player, Aaron.
Yeah, out there.
To be out there for us.
Out there in the elements this morning. And so, Aaron, you said that you're from Alaska. What's a winter like here compared to what you're used to in Alaska?
All right, well, folks, I'm from Fairbanks, Alaska, and I got to tell you, I'll give you a little map. It's a crude map of Fairbanks, or of Alaska, but I'm from probably around in the center in the interior Alaska, and the winters there, you can get to 45, 50 below, and it's bone chilling. The issue is that we don't have wind up there. It's kind of a bowl. So here, the wind is really bad. I got to tell you, I've experienced 50 below and had so much fun outside sledding despite the cold temperatures, but here, this wind is really getting to me. It's almost like a snake biting through my veins because it's just cold and I'm feeling it all over my body right now.
All right, well, you heard it there from an Alaskan. We almost have worse winters around here in the heart of the Red River Valley. Aaron, though, yeah, thank you for being out with us all morning on the Valley today. He was a trooper again here. So, yeah, thanks for coming out. And now we're going to let you go so you can get some coffee or hot chocolate or something and get warm. So be safe out there as well. But, I mean, he's right. That wind is what really does bite around here.
It is. It's, I think Chicago's the windy city, but it really is Fargo because that was a political thing. So really, it's Fargo is the windy city.
Well, and I think if people from there actually came here, they would be like, "Oh yeah, no, you guys deserve that recognition."
Yes.
There's just maybe a few more people in Chicago that can make that claim because more people live there. But also a big thing for Fargo, a lot of Bison fans around here, and they're trying to head down to Frisco for the
also
game.
known as South Fargo.
The South Fargo, South Fargo, I guess, if you want to say. And there's a lot of travel plans that are being impacted. I know our own Beth Hool, our sports director, trying to get down there. She said a flight was canceled, and they were thinking about trying to drive down last night, but then they heard the forecast from our storm team, and they said, nope, we're not doing that today.
Not bad either.
And so then she said she stayed up, and this morning she saw that information from Jesse Grabo about that semis on I-94, right, which they'd have to take I-94 to get down, and they said that is going to be it was the good call to not go. So if you have any plans to get down and they've been interrupted or anything, let us know. We'd love to hear from you, and we're going to be nice and warm up here, though, I suppose, and enjoying the stuff from the inside. But we have a good show for you today. Like Ashley mentioned, we're still here.
We're still here.
We're still live.
So coming up in today's show, we're going to be checking in on area ice conditions and safety when it comes to ice fishing across the state.